Um, Welcome, guys. Welcome to Living Abroad, the podcast. As usual, we're back with another episode. It's me, Pumlazita, and today we have a very special guest. I mean, finally, Mams, yenzekile le podcast. We've been back and forth. Yes. Yeah, and the podcast is called Living Abroad. I usually talk to people about their experiences, about leaving their home countries, moving abroad, and making a living and making a life abroad, and just really like experiences is about. And we never really talk about what we're about to talk about today. I mean, dying abroad. It's a bit of a topic that is really not really spoken about. And today we're just gonna dive in and talk about what happens when you die abroad. And as I said, I have Uma Mujabu, who is our special guest today.
Okay, my name is Jabu. I'm Cebolethu, a sales executive. Cebolethu is an organization that was founded in 2009 in South Africa. So we pride ourselves in that this is a woman-led, and it's an African woman-led organization that has gone international. Today, I will bring you an awareness during my presentation about one of the fast-growing international companies on the market, that is Cebolethu. I will tell you about what we are and why we do what we do, and the products that we offer.
Yeah.
However, before I get into all that, let me define the name Cebolethu. Cebolethu means our plan. Icebo, it's a plan. Lethu, Cebolethu means our plan. So when this lady, as I said before, that it's a woman-led organization. So when she, it's a combination of Icebo, which is her grandfather's name. So she just incorporated the grandfather's name and the plan. So you can see me now. Yes. So Cebolethu, it started in the UK in 2015 because people were dying and they used to, there were no funds that time, and even when people collect money, it was not enough. As you know that, a person who is dead is more expensive than the, we always complain that, the flights are 500, it's 800. But when the person is no more, it's more expensive.
So just to like, maybe to give like an idea to people, what are you looking at? If someone just suddenly dies, right? How much like do you have to cover just right on the word go? Because maybe people don't understand how expensive this is.
I just want to tell you something about, there's a saying that says, if you don't plan for tomorrow, then tomorrow will plan itself for you, And another one says, if you fail to plan, you have planned to fail. So it's better to prepare yourself for the future, because what happens, I know this subject is not a good subject, but that is there, Yeah. So we have to talk about it.
Up in the middle.
Yeah. So our packages are affordable. So Cebolethu affords us to avoid failure by way of planning our future while we still can. and while our mental health is still stable. I know that death is not our favorite subject or topic to discuss about, but sadly, it's a reality. We must face it.
I mean, like, you know, like before you guys came up with the organization Cebolethu, where the cases whereby people would have to be buried in the UK, even though the family back home wanted them to come back, just because they did not have funds.
I'm not aware of that, but I know of people that were staying like for a year in the mortuary because of lack of funds.
Sure.
So, yeah, so now Cebolethu, our CEO helped one of the people in the UK. And that's how it came about that, okay, they must expand and come to UK and start this business. So that's how they started, because people were failing, were dying, and we couldn't cope as a South African people, you know. And people were staying for a long time, and others will go to embassy, and embassy will tell them that we are not a burial society. You guys will have to organize yourselves.
So an embassy can't help you. The embassy cannot help you when you're dead overseas.
No. It cannot. You have to sort yourself out. You know, you have to prepare whilst you are still alive. Yes.
Okay, can you tell us like about what are some of your like packages? Like what do you do for people? Do you do anything?
What we do?
Yeah.
What we do for people, we've got packages that I'm going to tell you about. And firstly, what I want to tell you is that we bury, wherever you want to be buried, like in the UK. But if you are outside UK, even if we've got a package with us, say you want to be buried not in South Africa.
Okay, so is the packages only for South Africans first?
No. It's for all the SADC regions. As I wanted to tell you that Cebolethu Funeral UK offers repatriation and decent burial services to SADC regions.
Okay.
We have 3 funeral plans to choose from. They all do repatriation and burial.
Okay.
And joining fee is affordable, is as low as £10, and you can also cover extended families back home. So it's SADC region, it's Swaziland, it's Botswana, it's Malawi, it's Zambia, it's Lesotho, all the SADC region.
Oh, okay.
But people who don't have packages with us, who don't have policies with us, we do a cash-based policy.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I think you did mention if you want to be buried in the UK as well. So it's not only if you wanted to go back home, you can join and be buried.
You can be buried in the UK. You can be buried in Swaziland. You can be buried in Zambia. You can be buried in Malawi. You can be buried in Botswana. And what we also do on cash value, if you've got a relative who is in America, and it happens that she or he passes on, we do repatriate them. But as I'm saying that on cash value, we do a code as to how much and where they will be going. Even when your relative is in Singapore, we do that. We do repatriation.
Okay. But then what are some of the things that you do? Because you don't just take the body. And if someone dies here, it's not a matter of, there's a lot of paperwork, if you can explain that.
We do the paperwork, we do everything. Yours is just you mourn peacefully, you know. Cebolethu does everything. It knocks each and every door that needs to be touched. Cebolethu does that for you. You don't do anything. What we need from you, we just need your passport and your next of kin, whom to contact, where the body will be taken to. And we also do cremations. We also have top-ups, which is catering. We do catering. If you don't want to cook, we will do the burial and cooking at the same time, but those are top-ups. It's you add 10 pounds per head. Say you've got 3 family members that you have taken the policy for. So each member is 10 pounds, 10 pounds, 10 pounds. So if it's 3 of you, so it will be 30 pounds on top of your package that you have taken. Yeah. And we also do cremations. If you want to do cremation, we also do tombstones.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, people must not take it for granted. There is a lot of paperwork when you have to send the body back home. It's not an easy thing. You don't come in.
It's not an easy thing. That is why I'm just appealing to every one of us to take Cebolethu, you know, because a death strikes when, you know, there's no money and when you're not prepared. There's no one who will say, I'm prepared now, you know. So it just strikes like that.
Yeah, and I must say, like, I have never thought about death and funeral policies like ever since I came to the UK, until one of my best friends died here in this country. That's when it kind of like struck, like, hey, people need to think about these things. And I'm so happy that you came, because this is not a nice topic. No one wants to be talking about death, but I mean, you cannot emphasize, moms, how important this is. And some of the cases that you have seen throughout the years when, you know, like this happens and people are just caught with their pants down, basically.
Yeah, and people now are really tired of this GoFund. And for your dignity as well, why don't you prepare whilst you are still there? And what is 10 pounds? What is 20 pounds? Honestly, you know, just prepare yourself while you can. Whilst you can, just prepare everything so that everyone will be at peace, you know?
Yeah, and people can mourn you in peace instead of struggling and trying to put money together and trying this GoFundMe and this and that.
You understand?
Yes.
And Cebolethu gives you a decent, beautiful, and memorable send-off, you know? We are the best. We are #1 now in South Africa and everywhere.
I have seen it on TV, even on these shows on Showmax. When a character dies and then there's a funeral, you will see like your logo there. It's a bullet.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Yes, and one of them was the wife on Showmax. Have you seen it? Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if anyone wants to join, I will put your details like in the description. So they need to get in contact with you, and I'll put your logo and everything. This is so important. I mean, I don't want to like lie. I will be joining. Definitely.
Wonderful.
Yes, definitely.
Please do.
No questions about it. And I think also like it's very nice that you can even like cover people back home.
Yes, yes.
You know? So
you can cover people back home, and if you find that it's too expensive if you pay in pounds for your people back home, just let me know. I will contact them, and then we'll sign them this side, as long as you have got an account, a South African banking account, because we don't want it to lapse. But if you can afford in pounds, why not? It's okay. Yeah.
And if you can just emphasize that the funeral policy, if you have any desire to be buried back home, they need to contact you guys, because the funeral policies in like over here, they don't bury people if you want to go back home. They don't cover that.
No, they don't cover that. They don't
You
cover
can just
that.
explain that to people, if you can just explain that part.
Yes, we as I was saying, that we repatriate and we bury. So in that, say you take a policy for £10, that £10 will take you back home. And here at home as well, we will bury you.
So just because you have a funeral policy over here, don't think it can cover that part. It's not going to do it. They only bury people in this country.
No, it's Cebolethu.
No, I'm talking about the funeral policy. People who say, oh, I'm covered, I've got a funeral policy. And I've had situations where people have struggled because they didn't know that the funeral policies in this country, like if you die.
No,
yes.
No, they don't do that. Like others will tell you that, no, I've got a policy with F&B or whatever. But they don't repatriate. They just give you money. And I always tell people that even if you have a policy that can give you money, you get cash back, take the Cebolethu. And then when it happens, you'll take the money and give it to the children. They will help in other way. And then we bury. We do the burial, and the cash will help your family members. Yeah, that's what I always advise people to do.
And what are some of the difficulties that you've come across when it comes to like the paperwork at the Home Affairs in London and stuff like that? Like, what can you tell people?
No, we haven't encountered any problems. Okay. Because as long as you've got your passport, you give us your passport, and then we get the death certificate. That's all what we need. That's all what we need.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What happens when those people who like they have their visas expired and someone dies here?
No problem at all, as long as their names are the correct names. Okay. Because other people, they give us wrong names, and then when this situation happens, and then we call the relatives, no, we don't know Constance, we know Pumla. Give us the right names. We are not the
immigration.
We are not the immigration. Even if it has expired, even if you are whatever, we are not responsible for that.
Yeah. Because when we die, really, we need, like, you guys need the real names, not the names and the date of birth that you used here. You need the real ones.
Yes, we need the real names and the real ID number. The real ID. If not your passport
not the one
expired long time ago, we don't have a problem with that. As long as it's the right name, the right ID, that's what we need.
Because if you go to Home Affairs, you can't. So who issues the death certificate? Is issued by the UK most, but you do need it for the South African embassy so that it need to match.
Not the South African. Yes, we do. We need that. Yes. Yeah. Because how are we going to repatriate you?
Yeah.
Because when we go, yes. Because now we use the flight, isn't it? So they will need the ID. They will need the death certificate that it's the right person that is at the back there in the cargo. Yes.
Okay. And just moms, like, what else? What other packages? And if you just maybe explain some of the packages.
We've got 3 packages. We've got 3 packages. We've got Ruby. We have got Emerald. We have got Diamond.
Okay.
Diamond is the highest. They differ. Ruby is the basic one. Ruby, we don't provide a family car. And then Emerald, we provide one family car. And then Diamond, it's 2 family cars.
Back home, okay.
Yeah, back home. Even in the UK.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. We have just buried someone's husband in the UK. They had taken the diamond. So the diamond is the top of the...
Oh, tombstone, catering, everything.
No. Catering is a top up.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Hence I was saying top ups. It's additional. If you want additional top ups, it's £10. Okay. Top up of a catering is £10. Tombstone is £10.
Okay. And it's your normal policy was that it has like it needs a few months to mature, like 6 months is the same.
It's 3 months, depending on your age.
Okay.
From 0 to 64 is 3 months. And then 65 to 80 is 6 months. 80 to 100 is 1 year.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes.
And then tell to us, what else can you tell us? This is so, for me, I'm sold. That's why
what I can tell you is that please take up these policies. You know, for your family and for you to have a peace of mind, you know, take the policy.
And death comes as a thief.
But one thing that we forget, sorry, it's so hot here. One thing that we forget, we like to take policies for our fridges and for our cars, but we forget about ourselves. And it's very important. It's very important.
I think after everything I've experienced this past year, I think a life policy should be the same as the car insurance. I think it should be compulsory for everyone, to be honest.
I think it is now. You know, even when someone dies now, what they say, oh, no, there is Cebolethu. Why didn't she take Cebolethu? You know, people now, they don't want to donate, to be honest. They say, why didn't she take Cebolethu? Because it's just £10. You know, it's from £10. Even if you're a single person, and if you're a single person, you can take a policy for your sister's kids as well, as long as they are 21 and below. And then they will fall under you. You just pay £15 as a single parent.
For everyone.
And you are covering, yes, and you are covering for the whole family. For your sisters who are not working or who are working. Yes.
I mean, there's no excuse, moms, honestly.
No excuse whatsoever.
There's no excuse. We should not be in a situation whereby we have to be donating. We need to be mourning you.
True.
Right?
Now we are worried about, whom else can we opening a WhatsApp page? Who else can we contact? Now, you know, it's sad. It's really sad. No. When there are avenues like Cebolethu, you know?
Yeah. And thank you so much. We have less than 5 minutes. If you can just like say anything that you need to say, like in closing.
In closing, I would like to tell you that please join Cebolethu. Cebolethu is a must-have. It is a must-have thing, you know, and there's no excuse about it. Honestly, there's no excuse whatsoever. And as I'm saying that, Cebolethu is about helping people to experience less financial burden and give you and your relatives a peace of mind.
And dignity.
So why don't you do that? Yeah. You know, look at yourself. We are nice. We are so beautiful, but you don't think about tomorrow.
No, I have not. I have not. I mean, in my 12 years here, my best friend was probably the first person so close to me to die abroad. That was the first time I kind of like, wow, like, honestly, you know, like what happens? We have our F&B back home, which it's not going to help this process. There's this process, this paperwork, your parents not knowing who to call. They're back home. They don't know how to get back. You know, I mean, our mothers are like 60 years old. They wouldn't know which embassy, which what, who to call. And I have
which door?
Which door? You know?
You understand? Yes.
Yes.
And
So,
here we are here, we'll do everything for you. And you only pay 10 pounds or 15 pounds. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
When are you coming back to the UK? I can see you are sweating. It's nice over there.
It's so nice over here. It's so hot. I'm sweating, my dear. And now the load shedding as well. And can you see? Cebolethu, we are number one. We also have tissue papers. Cebolethu.
Hey,
Tissues. We've got everything. We've got lipsticks. We've got lips, everything. Now we are going to have SIM cards. Huh?
Ah, you need to do MoneyGram as well. Money transfer.
We are going to do money. Oh my dear. We are, I'm telling you, girl.
Yeah.
We are.
Am I gonna get a lipstick when I join with my package? A new lipstick.
I'll give you tissues. I'll give you tissues. I'll give you tissues. I'll give you a cap. I'll give you an umbrella.
Free advertisement. I need an umbrella in this country. When are you coming back? When can I join?
Join now.
Oh, I don't have to wait until you come back. Okay.
No, don't wait because it's going to take long. Just join now.
Okay.
You know?
No problem. You've just got yourself a client. I hope you're going to get more. I'll put your details in the description. I hope people can contact you. And I hope.
Thank you very much.
I honestly hope that people can join. It's worth it.
It is worth it, sweetheart. It is worth it, my baby. Yes. Yes.
Thank you very much for coming through. We are freezing here. Don't come back.
I know I'm going to come back when it's summertime. But please join now.
Yes, tell them.
I'm going to send you the forms. Yeah.
Tell everyone. Now I'm already sold. I don't even have questions. Tell them for the last time they need to join. Tell them before we go.
I'm just telling you, people, please join Cebolethu. It's a must-have. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not requesting you. I'm just telling you, join now. Yes.
For your peace of mind.
For your peace of mind and for your relatives' peace of mind.
Even though, like I was saying to you, even if you think, oh, I'm now FNB back home, and I do have a funeral policy here, there is a paperwork that needs to be done.
There is a paperwork, and we as Cebolethu, we do everything. We do everything. Yeah.
Okay, Mom. Thank you so much. We'll talk on the side.
Okay, my love. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Bye. 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 Bye.